What's going on with it, man? Y'all already know what it is and who it is, man. It's the masterpiece, mouthpiece, sinful to P, speaking so fluently and eloquently, man, in the spectacular vernacular called realism. One more again, and I'm gonna get directly into the message. I'll get information later on. Hey, man, listen. I can preach and teach, you know what I'm saying, that Jesus come, man, and it's still gonna be some young people to watch every damn video that I post, and they still gonna do whatever the fuck they wanna do. That's just the way it is, you know what I'm saying? And I don't give up on them, give up on y'all that's even watching. You know why? Because I've been like that. You know what I mean? I was young, I was dumb, and I'm still dumb. I'm older and dumb, you know what I'm saying? And I take out these videos I take out time to do these videos not in a self-righteous spirit on some I know better than you or I have more knowledge and wisdom than you. No, I made more mistakes than you. It would take you five, eternities to catch up with all the innumerable mistakes that I've made in my existence. You know what I'm saying? So you either gonna learn from my wise words or me being a proverb on what not to do. And that's why I take out time to do these videos and shit like that, because I've done a lot of dumbass shit in my life and I've suffered the consequences for doing it. You know what I mean? So hopefully by me giving this outstanding understanding, you know what I'm saying, you won't have a misunderstanding and lose time in your life. You know what I mean? While you incarcerated, you won't have to get that phone call about your mother or your grandmother is sick. You know what I mean? They nigh unto death and there's nothing that you could do about it simply because you locked up and fucked up. You know what I mean? All the people that you took care of in the street, you know what I mean? You sat up there and took care of niggas, you know what I mean, as if you was their father. But when you get locked up, them motherfuckers won't even bother to sit up there and put $1 on that damn phone. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, don't sit up there and put yourself in these situations. But at the same particular time, like I said, a lot of y'all not gonna listen. You still gonna do what the fuck you wanna do, and you still gonna end up losing some time in your life. So of course, I can give some spiritual message and quote 1,000 scriptures and things like that, but that's not how I'm gonna come to you, because you want to be in the game. Okay, well, since you want to be in the game, since you want to be in the fast lane, hey, check this out. There are consequences to participating and accumulating in a lifestyle, you understand me, that's contrary to the law. Now, there is a chance that you might, God be merciful to you, you know what I mean, and you might not lose no time out of your life. But due to the fact that snitching is at an all-time high, they're not even calling it snitching no more. It's called telling the truth. And, the youth, the younger generation, you guys, you don't value the principles. You know what I'm saying? You just out there. So the probability of you being in a correctional facility by somebody sitting up there putting information about how you sitting up there getting your accumulation out here in these streets, man, the chances is very high. You know what I mean? So each generation, man, the probability gets even higher and higher on somebody snitching on you. So whether you do something that was contrary against wisdom, you know what I mean, you did something that you deviated from what you originally do that made you successful in the game, that led you there, whether you do that or not, a lot of times you don't even be on you. It's because another weak link. And if you got weak links around you, hey, man, you only going to be as strong as your weakest link. And some of y'all got a whole crew full of weakest links. So you're going to end up doing some time. One of the main reasons, well, three of the main reasons, I really should say four. But the reason, man, why I made it through the county, the reason why I made it through prison, it was number one, because of the mercies of God. You know what I mean? Before anything, it's because of the mercies of God. I could make it seem as if I had some game and I was so intelligent like most people do to make myself get all the praise. But truth of the matter is, man, God was merciful to me and he magnified his mercy on my life when I was incarcerated, because of the calling that he placed on me. He protected me. He watched over me from danger seen and unseen. But number two, you understand me, would have to be that, first of all, I'm not a homosexual. I didn't have any affiliation and communication with homosexuals. And because of the organization and location, that I come from, I didn't let no homosexual sit up there and do my hair and put his hands all in my hair and all of that shit. That's a no-no. I knew better. So even though I was in a foreign land, I'm from Chicago, I did time in the state of Nevada. I was in High Desert, I was in Indian Springs, and when I did time, if you know anybody that knows sinful, if you bring up sinful name, they ain't gonna do nothing but tell you respectful things. They ain't gonna sit up there, Motherfucker had to be a hater to try to lie on my name, but just keeping that shit so 100. When I was on the yard, was I a gangster? Hell motherfucker no. Was I a bitch? Hell no. You know what I'm saying? Was I turning down phase? Hell motherfucker no. But at the same particular time, because of the way that I carried myself, I never got into them situations. You know what I'm saying? I spoke to most of the guys my age or some even older. You know, a lot of them was like my little brothers, you know what I mean? Little siblings and things like that. So they came around me to pretty much soak up, you know what I mean, a lot of game, you know what I mean, that a nigga had. You know, but just keeping that thing all the way 100, man, you know, no affiliation, no communication, you understand me, with homosexuals. You know what I mean? I wasn't a gambler. You know, some of the my niggas, them niggas got into gambling. And by them getting into gambling, some of them niggas were, you know, in the streets, that ain't shit. But some of them motherfuckers was on niggas $70, $140, $200. I remember when one nigga, man, he lost over $300 in one day. Of course, in the streets, that ain't shit. But a motherfucker that did time before, man, $300, man, that's a grip, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And you lost that shit in a day? Sorry. But, you know, gambling, that's going to get a motherfucker a pumpkin head. You know what I'm saying? That's going to have a motherfucker open up your head and see what's in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Owing motherfuckers money and shit like it's cool. You know, walking around the yard like it's cool and you owe somebody some money. Not going to happen. You're going to get DP, you're going to get rolled the fuck up, and you're going to be in PC, you know what I mean, singing Deborah Cox, How Did I Get Here? You know, most of you motherfuckers, because a lot of you niggas is gunners, you know what I'm saying, on these streets. But I done seen a lot of niggas that was gunners on the streets, and when they get locked up, you know, they turn into some Sebastian-ass niggas. These niggas was first soprano singers, you know what I'm saying, getting rolled the fuck up. So, you know, that's nothing. As far as going back to number 2 with the homosexuals, yeah, man, niggas have gotten cut the fuck up from fucking with them homosexuals. You know what I'm saying? Fucking with them science projects, man. Sit up there, you understand me, and have a motherfucker kill you, man. And a lot of them niggas, man, you got lifers in there. And then I'm going to keep it so motherfucking 100, man. A lot of niggas try to use incarceration as justification on why they committing these abominations, man. The truth be told, these niggas was already gay. You know what I'm saying? But now that they locked up, they want to use prison, you know what I'm saying, as an excuse to do what the fuck that was already in their flesh. It was already in their heart. They was already premeditating on how they was going to sit up there and do this and do that. They already had the movies in their head. The devil had already given them a script. And when they got locked up and put in the right circumstance, now they was manifesting what was already in their heart. Because I always tell y'all, you can't go to the bank and get a withdrawal if ain't no deposit in there. Amen. So a motherfucker ain't going to be able to get a withdrawal of homosexuality out you unless it's a deposit in you. You know what I mean? It was already in you. You just met the right motherfucker to reveal. You didn't get turned out. No, they just revealed what was already in you. So, yeah, man, you know, niggas set up there, you understand me, fighting over them punks, man. A lot of them niggas, man, was willing to turn into Mike Tyson in his prime and shit, you know what I'm saying, while they was doing time, you know, fucking with them punks and shit. And it was sad, man, because you know, a lot of these niggas was husbands. A lot of them would be sitting up there getting visitation from their families and girlfriends and wives and shit on the weekends. You know what I'm saying? And bitch ain't even know she putting dividends, you know what I'm saying, on the motherfucking books. You know what I'm saying? For a nigga that's going to sit up there and split some of the money on the books with this motherfucker faggot motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping that shit all the way 100, man. It was a lot of abominable, ugly things that you gonna see. It don't be like these films and these movies and shit. You know, they really need to tell you young niggas the truth. You know, they try to get scared straight. They need to come up with a show called Bored Straight, because that's what prison is. It's boring as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? They don't tell you niggas how, especially if you a fly motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? If you was sitting up there, man, getting your dick, you know what I mean, sucked, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Each and every motherfucking day, man, you had bitches, you know what I'm saying, riding up and down your motherfucking dick, you know what I'm saying? And to go from a bitch sucking your dick to the point where you had to file for sperm bankruptcy, getting into a continuity of making residences inside the pussy, to now being in a motherfucking correctional facility where, you know, it's a bunch of male Jezebel ass niggas walking around. Hey, man, nigga be out here's the motherfucking environment, man. I'm just gonna keep you all the way 100, man. For a fly street motherfucker that was really having it his way, man, with the ladies, you know what I'm saying? Not even just the money, man, you know what I mean? You might not even been having no money, you know what I'm saying? You might have just been a regular 9 to 5 motherfucker that just had a little square and you got caught up on some shit and now you locked up, you fucked up, you know what I mean? You was used to getting pussy every damn day, you know what I'm saying? You had bitches, man, cause some of them, man, listen, especially for niggas that been had pussy like that, that been getting head like that, sometimes you tend to forget about certain bitches that you fucked or certain bitches that you blessed to let them suck your dick. And you'll get locked up and all of a sudden you begin to reminisce in retrospect like, damn, I did get my dick sucked by that bitch, or damn, I did fuck on that bitch. Damn, man, that bitch head was so cold, man. That bitch had a cure for cancer in her head, man. You know what I'm saying? That bitch had the motherfucking antidote and, you know what I mean, medication for homosexuality, man. And them fags would have got their dick sucked by this bitch. They would have turned straight, you know what I'm saying? You know, you begin to reminisce in retrospect about all the fly ass shit, man, that you did when you was on the street looking at pictures, and it just be bad, man. You know what I mean? And to go from that to this, man, you know what I mean? And I've seen it. I've seen niggas, man, that did 15, 20 years on the yard, but they want to tell all these war hero stories, man, like how they was getting pussy, you know, on the streets, and them niggas got locked up when they was 13 and 14 years old. You couldn't have been getting that much motherfucking pussy, man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you gonna hear some of the worst motherfucking stories in your life. Everybody was balling. You know what I mean? Everybody was driving Phantoms. Niggas gonna tell you how they had helicopters. You know, niggas gonna be lying, talking about, man, how they was pimping, how they knocked God for a bitch and served Jesus. You know what I'm saying? All type of shit, you know what I'm saying, when you locked up, man. You know what I mean? And I'm saying things, man, to make you avoid that, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you know, one, I made it because of the mercies of God. Abstaining and refraining, you know what I'm saying, from having any communication, affiliation, you know what I'm saying, with the motherfucking homosexuals, you understand me? And with the gambling, you know what I mean, nigga wasn't gambling and shit, you know what I mean, fuck we gambling for suits and all that other goofy shit, you know, no gambling. And number 3, man, I knew how to mind my business, man, because I seen a lot of niggas get punkin' heads and really, you know what I mean, get the dingleberries knocked out their motherfucking ass, man, because they was sitting up there minding other niggas' business. You know what I'm saying? Let that nigga do him. I'll never forget. And this was in High Desert. You know, I ain't gonna call a nigga name because we still kind of cool. You know, I just remember that, dog. You know what I mean? You got your ass whooped. You know what I mean? Nigga beat your ass so bad, motherfucker go on Google, search for his mind, still couldn't find it. That nigga knocked that nigga mind out. Real talk. So, but this how it started, though. The nigga, this nigga that was messing with this punk, you know what I'm saying? He don't bother nobody. And neither was the punk bothering nobody. You know what I'm saying? That's his business. Do I agree with that shit? Hell the motherfucker no. But at the same particular time, you know what I'm saying? That it ain't me that's fucking with this science project ass nigga. That's him. He gotta look at himself in the mirror every day, man. You know what I mean? I'm worried about doing my time. You know what I mean? But the nigga was sitting up there, you know what I mean, fucking with this punk, but he man his own business, man. Nigga be manning his own business. But this Crip nigga, and, you know, for you motherfuckers that really don't know Vegas like that, you think that Vegas only consists of the Strip. You know, you got a rude awakening. I'd be so happy when one of my niggas finally make it. You know what I'm saying? You see how talented Vegas got. So much talent, man. I might have to do another video on that, but Vegas got so much motherfucking talent. They ain't nothing but Vegas gonna have to make up their mind whether they want to be Chicago or whether they want to be Atlanta, you know, because right now they dropping like flies out in Vegas too, but y'all just don't hear about it because it's not as big as Chicago. But motherfuckers is seeing their expiration date out in Vegas, nigga. Don't get this shit fucked up. But yeah, man, you know what I mean, the Crip nigga. You know what I mean? From a reputable Crip set out there in Vegas, man. You know, was really pressing the line on the nigga, man. You know what I mean? Roasting the dude that was, you know, in a relationship and shit with this punk. You know, he said a few little jokes and shit, but I ain't gonna lie, most of them was pretty lame. But he made some jokes and the nigga was like, hey, my nigga, for real. The dude that was messing with the punk, he was like, hey, my nigga, for real, leave me alone. You know what I mean? I'm a grown-ass man. I'm doing my time. Woo, woo, woo. And other nigga, Hey, cuz, I'm just sitting up there, you know what I mean? Just stress my opinion, man. That shit foul in the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying, nigga? You know what I mean? On Donna Crib, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Woo, 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 woo. And he, cuz this, cuz that, cuz this, cuz that. You know what I mean? And the nigga that was fucking with the pump, turned out, you know what I'm saying? For you motherfuckers that don't know Vegas like that, you know what I mean? You wouldn't even know what I'm saying. But niggas that in Vegas, you know what I'm talking about. The nigga that was messing with the pump, he was from the coast. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? He was like, man, I'm going to tell you again, man, just leave me alone. And the motherfucker kept fucking with him. Man, he got his ass beat so motherfucking bad. And when he got his ass beat, the niggas that was laughing at all his old corny ass jokes, they ain't help him one time. The niggas that was sitting up there cussing with him and all that shit, they didn't help that nigga not one motherfucking time. But I'm saying all this to say this, like I always say, to avoid a misunderstanding is to have an outstanding understanding. And if that nigga would have had an outstanding understanding on how to mind his own motherfucking business, then he wouldn't have got his ass beat in front of his homeboys. He wouldn't have got his ass beat in front of the faggot that he was making fun of. Yeah, I know that shit is funny. I know, you know what I mean, you ain't supposed to be messing with no punks, but that's that man's dick. That's that man booty. And in the joint, you gotta let that shit ride. You know what I'm saying? That ain't got nothing to do with you. If that ain't coming from your hood or, you know what I mean? Because, by me being from Chicago, Chicago was just one car. So it didn't matter, whether you're a D-boy, you're a pimp, white collar crime, BD, GD, Soul, MC, Blackstone, Vice, whatever you claim, 4CH, whatever. It's all one when you in the foreign land. You know what I mean? So Chicago already had pretty much an understanding of what to do and what not to do. Period. You know what I'm saying? And hey man, you know what I'm saying? I had to check one of my niggas one time because he wanted to sit up there and get into that, man. I'm like, nigga, that ain't got nothing to do with you. It ain't got nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, man, you will take heed to a lot of the things that I've said in my previous videos, and you won't be in no situation where you're losing time out your life. You know what I'm saying? Your mama is sick, or your grandmother's getting ready to die, or your brother just got killed and you can't attend the funeral. Hopefully shit like that, won't happen to you. Hopefully God will be merciful to you while you doing what you're doing out there in them streets. But I just want to put you up on game, little bro. The game, every game, in these streets is fast lanes. You know what I'm saying? And when you driving in them fast lanes, 9 out of 10, man, the probability of you getting into an incident that's going to lead to a big accident, my nigga, is very high. The probability of a nigga putting you in a correctional facility is very high. Because like I said, snitching is at an all-time high. My nigga ain't even snitching no more. Man, they paying these motherfuckers to tell. You know what I mean? Each generation, like the scripture says, it's waxing worse and worse. And I don't want that to be you. I don't want you to lose time in your life. I lost over 3 years of my life. I'm not happy about that. Some people speak about that in rap songs and movies and shit like that's something to be glorified. It's not. You know what I mean? It's not. Sure. Now, one thing about sinful, if you bring my name up to motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, because we had people from everywhere doing time, but predominantly, you know what I mean, people from Vegas, and you sit up there and pull up my name, they're going to say that what he professes to be and what he possesses, what he is, he was that from the county to the pen. You know what I mean? That's not to make me some big, you know what I mean? But for real, like all these little YouTubers that be making the videos and shit, you know what I mean? And just to get views and say, they never lived it. You don't have no proof. Me, anything and everything that I've said, I got confirmation of the information that I've had in every conversation with y'all. Period. You know what I'm saying? So when a lot of these motherfuckers try to talk to you about the streets and shit, it's usually because they read a whole bunch of blogs, or they watch my videos, or they look at my Facebook statuses, or they try to talk like me, but they never went through them type of experiences. You know what I mean? So I want to prevent you from going there. I know some of y'all not going to listen to me, so that's why I still wanted to put that out there. Things to avoid, you know what I mean, while you locked up. Otherwise, you're going to get fucked up. You know what I mean? Fucking around in there. But, yeah, man. No affiliation and communication, you understand me, with homosexuals. Number 2, you understand me? Well, really, I put them in different numbers, but it ain't even got to be in no order. Look, nigga, no gambling. Don't gamble with nobody. Not even your Don't gamble with nobody. Number 2, no affiliation and communication with them homosexuals. And number 3, mind your own motherfucking business. Some of you niggas gonna do things that's gonna lead you to the county, so you need this information. Some of you niggas gonna do some shit that's gonna lead you to prison, so you need this information. Hopefully the majority of the people say, you know what? I don't want to lose 3 years of my life. You know what I mean? Sinful was in a predicament where, you know, his mother was sick. He couldn't do nothing. His grandmother was sick. He couldn't do nothing. Truth be told, I'm just gonna keep it all the way 100 with you, man. You know, yeah, my grandmother might have died of cancer, but the truth of the matter is that me being locked up, my grandmother wasn't used to that. And by me being locked up, that made her accelerate to her expiration date even faster because she couldn't take it. And I'm telling some of y'all, your mother, your grandmother, your auntie, your loved ones, some of them just can't take that. You know, the niggas in your family, the cousins, your uncles, and your brothers and shit, they don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the women in your family, they can't take it. You know what I'm saying? For the ones that really love you, my nigga, they can't take it. And I blame myself. And I've still been blaming myself since my grandmother passed away. You know what I mean? Because truth of the matter is, I really feel like if I had never got locked up, her health wouldn't even did all that. You know, but I feel like that's definitely on me. Don't be a dumb motherfucker like myself. So when you see me doing these videos, it's not to show knowledge, and I'm here to be a proverb, a model, nigga, for you not to do stupid shit. Period. So I ain't gonna sit up there, man, talk y'all head off, man. I'm gonna end up doing, you know, I mean, probably like a part 2 and shit. But all means, man, take heed. No affiliation and communication with no homosexuals, no gambling, and by all means, man, mind your own motherfucking business. You understand me, when you doing time, man. You know what I mean? Some might say, well, I don't need this, or why even do this video? Next thing you know, you in the county, because it really don't take nothing for your motherfucking ass to get locked up. You can get pulled over. Anything can happen to you. You know what I mean? Trust me, homie. You know what I mean? You can get locked up for just being a nigga. Real shit. But, yeah, man, I hope you guys live as long as you want and never want as long as you live, man. By all means, man, take heed. 1.